Hey there, it's Anna. Welcome to the garden. Today we are actually going to head back inside because I'm going to be cooking up a recipe for pasta salad with some of the small harvests that I'm about to get out of the garden. So I just want to take you with me because there's a cucumber and a zucchini that need to be harvested. That's about all that's ripe today, but that's okay because I'm going to show you how I'm going to utilize those in a really nice, delicious pasta salad. Before we get the produce, let's really quick look at the flowers. This lantana is kind of stealing the show. I may have to add some lantanas to my garden plan for next year. And the sunflowers. But the real showstopper right now, this phlox. Oh my goodness. I love pink. I love pink flowers. This is, yeah. Every year when this thing hits the peak, I love it. It's so beautiful. Okay, let me get the produce. So we're gonna grab a cucumber. This is one of the salad bush cucumbers. I probably could let it go a little bit more, but I'm gonna harvest it because I wanna have fresh cucumbers for pasta salad. I mean, a summer pasta salad with fresh cucumber sounds so good. So yeah, salad bush cucumber. I have loved this plant. Of all of my cucumber plants, it's the one that's been, well, it's the one that has the most fruit set up. I have been kind of on, oh, you can see the vinca. I have been kind of on a journey to harvest some cucumbers. Last year I had like no cucumbers. This year I planted a ton of plants. So it's very encouraging to see the first cucumber. And we're gonna get in here and grab another squash. I'm gonna harvest these pretty young because we are going to be eating this fresh as part of the pasta salad. So a pretty young zucchini is just gonna taste better. I actually have one other one in the fridge right now that we're gonna cook up too. Well, we're gonna eat. I'll show you how I'm doing that. Ooh, more blooms we have to stop and look at. Little cosmos. And then I'm just gonna check the tomatoes. Not ripe yet. These are the Juliet tomatoes and they're just not quite ripe, but I do have one tomato inside. My first more slicer type tomato to ripen this year was a Bonnie Centennial, and I did just pick that I think I picked it yesterday. No, a couple days ago. It was basically ripe, but I'm just gonna let it, I was just letting it ripen on the countertop, so that will be ready. So our little garden harvest will be cucumber, 2 squash, we'll get the other one, and the tomato, and let's go make some pasta salad. Okay, we're back inside and I've got a bunch of produce here to put into this pasta salad. A pasta salad is probably one of the best ways to use up just like random produce like this, because you know, if you have a few little things, you can throw them into a salad and then just add in, you know, a few other things from the store, and pretty soon you have a delicious summer side dish that is so refreshing, has lots of veggies. Even my daughter, who's a 2-year-old, loves it. So let me show you what I'm putting in this pasta salad. This is my basic recipe, but I vary it just depending on what's coming in from the garden. Okay, so in this bowl, I have a pound of pasta. I used whole wheat, but you could use any other kind of pasta you like. And I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil on it. I did go ahead and rinse the pasta under some cool water to just stop the cooking process. And when I make pasta salad, I usually cook my pasta a little al dente because I don't want it to kind of like get like overly mushy once we add in all the other things. And then we have a bunch of produce here. So a few different things. From the store, I went ahead and I got another tomato just to have extra tomato, and then a couple peppers, some red onion we're gonna use, and a cucumber. And then from the garden, we have our zucchinis and cucumber and tomato. I'm gonna add in some fresh corn on the cob. This time of year, the corn on the cob is coming into the stores and it's so delicious. And I just love to add corn into anything. I am not gonna cook it before I add it into the salad. I find that it's delicious, fresh like this, and really just adds to the salad. So we will go ahead and put all of that corn in with the pasta. And making pasta salad is just basically a process of, it's just a process of chopping up a lot of vegetables. I do like to keep them all at a really fine mince if I can. I find that that usually tastes better to me. But you could totally, if you wanted things chunkier or different textures, you could do that too. So I am just going to chop up at least half of this. This is actually a locally grown tomato, not pepper. I'm probably only gonna do half of this, and I'm probably just gonna do like a quarter of this red onion. And I have my cucumber from the garden and one from the store. I might just do like a little bit of this cucumber from the store. So as we know, with the small harvests, sometimes that means adding in a few store-bought things to go with your produce from the garden. But there's nothing wrong with that. And it's a great way to just, add to your harvest and add to your bounty. So let's chop up all of the vegetables right now. All right, I'm gonna add all of this into the pasta salad. I maybe should have gotten a bigger bowl. We'll see if I can do this all in here. This does make quite a lot of pasta salad. I think I'm gonna do just a tiny bit more cucumber. I really don't need that much more. Okay, I had to transfer that into the biggest bowl that I have. Now I'm gonna cut up the peppers. I don't know if you have seen, maybe everyone does this, but this way of cutting peppers, you cut along the outside. When I learned this, it was like life-changing. And look, you don't have to deal with any of these seeds. Life-changing. All of this stuff, I'm actually gonna feed to the worms, and we'll just pop those into the freezer. I have like a little container in the freezer where I just keep them. And then when it's the week to give the worms feed, I will put like all of those little pieces in the worm bin, and then it'll turn into compost for the garden. So nothing is gonna go totally to waste when it comes to the veggies. All of it except the onion. You don't want the onion to go in your worm. Okay, the last thing I'm going to add are a few tops from basil plants. So I just pinched back my basil plants. This is a mix of different kinds of basils. I have some Emerald Towers basil, some licorice basil in here, some mazel basil. They'll just add a little something fresh. I feel like you can always add basil. And then for a dressing, I'm going to do like just a really simple vinaigrette. I actually have already made it and I have it in the fridge, but it's just a basil, salt, pepper, some vinegar. I just keep it in an old salad container, and then I can add it in here pretty generous. Just a little bit of oregano and some salt and pepper and other herbs in here. But whatever your favorite, even just a store-bought salad dressing works totally great for a recipe like this. There is nothing wrong with just getting a pre-made salad dressing, anything that you like, and we're just gonna stir it in. Now the last thing I am gonna add is some feta cheese. Totally optional, it's delicious just like this, but if you're like me, I like feta cheese, so I'm gonna get some of that. I just have like basic feta crumbles. Again, nothing fancy. So this is a pretty simple recipe really, and it just is a matter of using what you like, what you think tastes good. But it's simple, but it makes for a really gorgeous salad with really beautiful colors that is also super delicious, and it's just such a simple way to use up those few little bits of garden produce that you get that you may not be able to find a full recipe for. So definitely think about maybe making a summer pasta salad. If you have a favorite pasta salad, I'd love to know. And thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye.